Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Super 6 here on India Today. I'm Akshita and over the next 1 hour, I'll be getting you all of the top stories of the day, including, importantly, a dinner meet that Prime Minister Modi is hosting for BJP MPs. We'll get you that live update, but also let's begin by telling you what to expect on the show. We continue our sustained focus on the Deepam controversy in Tamil Nadu with the RSS chief now wading in as well. Mohan Bhagwat's suggestion on what's happening. He says Hindus will come together and resolve this issue. We're going to be talking about that big statement from the RSS chief. We'll have a long panel also joining us on this broadcast, but also coming up on the show. Remember those images we showed you here on India Today of what's actually happening in Bengaluru's jails in the Parappana Agrahara? The parties ended for the Bengaluru jail inmates. After our coverage, finally, we're seeing action taking place on ground, including surprise inspections. That much more coming your way. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. So in just moments from now, Prime Minister Modi will be hosting a dinner for all the NDA members of Parliament. This is a special dinner he's hosting at his residence. We understand that the meeting and the dinner meet kicks off at 6:30, so in 30 minutes from now. More than 50 tables have been set up at the Prime Minister's residence for the NDA MPs. The idea is that the Prime Minister will interact with all of these MPs, get a chance to speak to them about the issues in their constituencies, in their states as well. Aishwarya Paliwal is joining us live with more details on this. Aishwarya, what's on the menu, both for dinner and as far as, conversations and talks are concerned?
Well, Akshita, let me tell you what the Prime Minister will be doing. He will be speaking with each and every member who is present. He'll also be speaking about the fact what needs to be done next. When we speak about the state of Tamil Nadu, when we speak about the state of West Bengal, the BJP is very, very confident that in the state of West Bengal, they will be winning the elections, and the same goes for the state of Tamil Nadu, where they believe that the alliance will actually pay off. The BJP is now looking at the next phase, what needs to be done next. The Prime Minister will also be speaking about certain things that he's been observing over the past few months. He'll be speaking about each and every one, how the betterment of Indian citizens can be done. So at length, we will see the Prime Minister not just speaking about the future roadmap of the BJP and the NDA at large. He'll also be speaking about what each and every individual can actually do to make sure that we are on the path of progress. See, Akshita, the Prime Minister has been speaking about, his larger vision 2047. That's what the BJP often speaks about. They want India to be from a developing nation to become a developed nation. So the kind of changes that need to be brought in and how each and every MP can actually work towards it, that's something that we will see being discussed. And SIR, of course, especially in the states where the exercise at the moment is on.
My apologies for interrupting, but just wanted to bring our viewers' attention to the images on our screens. These are all the NDA MPs. They're all in buses. So there are multiple buses. Obviously, it's impossible for each of them to go in their private vehicle because this is a huge number that's going to be at the Prime Minister's residence. Every single NDA member of Parliament has been invited. 50 tables, we understand, have been laid out. So buses are already lined up there, Aishwarya, for that meeting with the Prime Minister.
Well, Akshita, Prime Minister often keeps on, meeting with the people, speaking with them, and this is an exercise that he's been doing at least over the past decade. He does it so that he can also get a feel of what people need to speak with him, and there is a bridge of sorts between what the central government is thinking and about what these MPs are thinking. And it's not just BJP MPs. The larger NDA, all those MPs are there. Prime Minister will be speaking with them and also asking them what are the things that they think need to be done. So an overall picture, that is something that will be spoken about. The Prime Minister will also be speaking about the fact that we all together, the NDA group together now needs to march forward and make sure that we are on the path. And if there are some kind of suggestions, that's also something that Prime Minister will be taking from each and every member present for this very crucial dinner.
All right. Thanks very much, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. 6:30 is when that dinner kicks off. NDA MPs all seated in buses will be making their way into the Prime Minister's residence any time now. Like Aishwarya was pointing out, this is customary for the Prime Minister. But let's also be very clear, on the agenda will be a discussion of what happens now in 2026. This is a year-ender dinner that we're talking about. So the mission, the roadmap for 2026 will be laid out. And at that point, the focus will be on the upcoming state elections, Bengal, Tamil Nadu, in particular for the BJP.
गंगा जी यहाँ बिहार से बहते हुए ही बंगाल तक पहुंचती है। बिहार ने बंगाल में भाजपा की विजय का रास्ता भी बना दिया है। मैं बंगाल के भाइयों बहनों को भी आश्वस्त करता हूं, अब भाजपा आपके साथ मिलकर पश्चिम बंगाल से भी जंगल राज को उखाड़ फेंकेगी।
एसआईआर का विरोध करोगे तो बिहार की जगह बंगाल और तमिलनाडु में भी साफ। मान्यवर, इस 140 करोड़ की जनता का जनादेश ईश्वर का आदेश होता है। हमारे यहाँ तो कहते हैं ना कि जनता ही जनार्दन है, तो जनता का फैसला श्री कृष्ण का फैसला होता है, जनार्दन का फैसला। और वो जनता के फैसले को ये लोग वोट चोरी इस तरह की भाषा का प्रयोग करते हैं। जनता देख रही है, जनता आंख मूंद कर नहीं बैठी।
Let's get you the latest update coming in the Goa case and the trouble that's mounting for the owners, the Luthra brothers who tried to flee to Thailand. End game for them. They've been nabbed, detained. They're going to be brought back to India. They attempted to seek anticipatory bail to ensure that the moment they touch down in India, they cannot be taken into custody. The Delhi court, however, has dismissed the bail plea. We've now accessed that court order, extremely scathing, because the Delhi court has said that the charges against the Luthras are grave, are serious. The Delhi court also going ahead and highlighting that they believe there are several details that have been concealed by the Luthra brothers in court. So these are the details that we're picking up. Extremely strong order that's come in right now from the Delhi court, saying allegations against the Luthra brothers are grave and serious. The court says documents filed by them shows that the license agreement, the trade license, the lease deed, all of it had expired. So the Luthra brothers were actually functioning this and running this club without any of the authorizations. All the licenses, all the agreements, the deeds that were needed, all expired. That's what the court has highlighted here. The court has also questioned the conduct of the Luthra brothers, saying that the bookings of the flight was done on the same day when the fire occurred. They left Goa the same night. We had highlighted, in fact, for you how, in fact, within 5 hours of that fire, the Luthra brothers made a run for it. And that's exactly what the court has also taken note of. I'll bring in Srishti Oja, who's been tracking those updates from the court. Srishti, big headlines emerging really from that court order. The Delhi court not mincing their words, saying the Luthra brothers had in fact concealed facts, saying the allegations against them are grave and serious.
Well, definitely it's a very important order, but a big setback for the Luthra brothers at the same time. If we see the order copy which India Today is exclusively accessed, even the court has taken note of the allegations that have been made against them, saying that the allegations are grave and serious. The court has also questioned and taken into note the conduct of the Luthra brothers, and these two were very important grounds on the basis of which the court has dismissed their anticipatory bail plea. However, an important thing to note here is that the court has said, remember there were certain arguments made on behalf of Luthra brothers stating that all their licenses and permissions are already in place. But now the court has made a very important note stating that based on the documents that they filed with their own application, it basically goes against their arguments, because those documents clearly show that the licenses, the copies that they attached were all expired. Exactly what the court has said here is that the license agreement, trade license and lease deed, all three of these documents were already, all these three deeds and licenses were already expired. So this is a big, that's a big observation that has come in from the court, because it in a way supports what the Goa police, what the prosecution has been alleging since the beginning, that the Luthra brothers did not have the requisite licenses and permissions that they required to run that particular restaurant, that particular hotel.
No, the court
as far
also
as that,
highlighting in that particular order, Srishti, how the flight bookings were done right after the tragedy. So it wasn't like they were going out for work to Phuket. It was very clear they were trying to escape the law. Thanks very much, Srishti, for getting us those details. Let's move on now to our top story here on Super 6. The lamp lighting ceremony, Karthigai Deepam celebrations in Tamil Nadu, has spiraled into one of the most heated controversies in the state, and with just months to go for the election. Now, the showdown over the Thiruparankundram lighting of the Deepam has drawn sharp political, judicial and ideological reactions from Parliament to now the RSS headquarters. RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has also stepped in, having in fact an opinion on this. He has said that the Hindus of the state will decide on this issue, will decide which way this goes.
A lamp lit at a temple adjoining a dargah in Tamil Nadu after massive showdown, and the judge who allowed the lighting of Deepam under political fire. Amid political slugfest over Karthigai Deepam on the stone pillar at Thiruparankundram temple, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has waded into the controversy. RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has asserted that Thiruparankundram issue in Tamil Nadu can be resolved in the state itself on the basis of the Hindus' strength. He also said that Hindus in Tamil Nadu are awakening.
I think the issue can be resolved here only on basis of the Hindus' strength in Tamil Nadu only. We will not need to escalate it. But one thing is pakka, that issue will be favorably for Hindus. That is definite. Whatever it takes for that, we will do.
I rise to condemn the unconstitutional.
BJP MP Tejasvi Surya has also raised the Tamil Nadu Deepam Rao in Parliament today.
This is an attack against the judiciary of the country. It is an attack on the impartiality of the judges. The DMK government, supported by the India Alliance and the Congress, is trying to weaponize impeachment as a method to silence the judiciary. This not only shows their anti-Hindu sentiments, but it also displays their contempt for the independence of the judiciary.
Earlier, Home Minister Shah came down heavily on DMK over the impeachment motion against Justice G.R. Swaminathan, asking if targeting the judge is okay after losing a case.
आजादी के इतने साल में नहीं हुआ है मान्यवर कि कोई जज एक जजमेंट दे तो जज के खिलाफ इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं अपनी वोट बैंक को एड्रेस करने के लिए इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं मान्यवर.
The opposition has upped the ante against BJP over the issue.
See, we have given impeachment notice based on 13 charges against Justice G.R. Swaminathan, signed by 107 MPs of Lok Sabha. And these 13 charges against him are not new. It is not related to anything of the recent happening like Thiruparankundram or any other temple or any other issue.
क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी और आरएसएस फैसला करेगी कौन हिंदू है? हिंदू जो है आरएसएस अगर चाहती है कि तमिलनाडु में ऐसा हिंदुत्व जगाए तो तमिलनाडु की जनता इनको पहचानती है, इनको नकारेगी आज तक, इसीलिए इनके पैर वहां नहीं जम पाए.
DMK has been pushing for impeachment of the Deepam case judge, saying his verdict was biased. With assembly polls due next year, it looks like the temple versus Dargah war will continue to escalate. With Pramod Madhav, Bureau Report, India Today.
And in what's expected to escalate the showdown over Thiruparankundram, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has now granted permission for a hunger strike to be held in 2 days from now on 13th December by villagers of Thiruparankundram who sought permission to light that lamp on the Deepathoon and they weren't given that. Now, after that, they've sought permission to stage a protest 2 days from now in Thiruparankundram, which has been granted by the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court. Anaga Keshav is joining us live from Chennai with more details on this. Anaga, this is going to further escalate the political showdown that we've been witnessing. We understand the court has given its nod, but with certain terms and conditions.
Well, in fact, the Tamil Nadu government had not given permission for the Hindu side to light a lamp at the Deepathoon, which is near the Dargah, and therefore the public in Thiruparankkundram have now decided to stage a hunger strike 2 days from now, that is on December 13th, at the hilltop near Thiruparankkundram. Their demand is that they should be allowed to light a lamp near the Deepathoon, which is just 50 meters away from the Dargah. The Hindu side believes that their rights are being impinged upon by the DMK and Tamil Nadu government, and hence they are undertaking this strike. In fact, many members from the public, apart from the Hindu Munnani group, are also taking part in this particular hunger strike protest, which is going to take place the day after tomorrow against the Tamil Nadu government.
For those details, so you're going to see this issue escalate now. 2 days from now, there are going to be protests. What Anaga tells us is that yes, there are locals, but also Hindu groups involved in this hunger strike protest that's going to take place in Thiruparankkundram, which is where this temple is, which is where the Dargah is, which is where the Deepathoon is, where in fact they wanted to light that lamp on Karthigai Deepam. But let's open this up. Joining us on this broadcast is Mr. Ratan Sharda, author and analyst. We have Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, and Guru Prakash Paswan, national spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you all very much for your time. Mr. Ratan Sharda, I'd like to begin with you about the RSS chief's comments. How do we read into it? Is this an escalation of the controversy over the Deepam or a call for restraint?
Well, first of all, what RSS chief has said is not something different what Hindu society has done so far to assert its rights. Many of us don't remember because they are too young for that. That years back, DK used to take out processions where Hindu gods were beaten with chappals and they were not allowed to take out Vinayaka processions. Hindus protested, Hindus stood up, Hindu Munnani led the whole movement, and now Chennai has one of the biggest Vinayaka Visarjan processions in entire India. That is the strength of the society. And is it happening for the first time? No. Like I said, the Hindus protested. One, there is also a case of Nilakkal Church way back in 1983 when the local church planted crosses all over the place on way to Sabarimala, and Hindus protested. Finally, they have to remove those fake crosses to make the journey of Hindus easier. We also remember that we have a strange secular animal in India, which was a crossbreed of Western ideology and the church midwife by Nehru. So we had an animal which, by genetic thinking, hates Hindus, criticizes the Hindus at the drop of a hat. Did RSS start this Deepam process? This Deepam procession and this Deepam are centuries old. And this is not just happening here. Kumbakonam. Way back, the church opposed the procession from the famous temple where they said they will not be allowed to go to the pond because their church falls on the way. Church came into 500 or 600 years back to that area, but the Hindus were celebrating for thousands of years. So they had to go to court. Then you had Muslims opposing a procession in the same Kumbakonam because they said we are disturbed. High Court again said they cannot do. Why in India Hindus have to go to court to celebrate their festivals?
No, but Mr. Ratan Sharda, if you look at what's happened here in Thiruparankkundram, it's not like Karthigai Deepam hasn't been celebrated, sir. It has been celebrated year after year. The location has changed in the last 100 years. From the Deepathoon, it's become another location, which is the Uchipillaiyar temple. So, is it fair to actually say that Karthigai Deepam festivities in any way were stopped? In this case, it wasn't. It was allowed.
The government didn't stop it. Despite High Court order, didn't government stop it? It did. And why I am saying that ancient religion, which is there for thousands of years, should have to beg for its festivals, for its celebrations from some community which we propped up there, created some kind of place of worship there, and we have to go for those people to celebrate our festivals? Are we still the slaves? We fought Mughal invaders, we fought church invaders, and today they think they will be able to crush us? Sorry, they can't. And Hindus will awaken, they will respond whether RSS says or not. RSS given that strength to the Hindus to realize that they have the strength, they have the cultural traditions and which they are proud of. Okay. And here we are, people who keep on running down Hindus, running down traditions. Sabrimala, we forget Sabrimala. We forget Dharamsthala, entire fake story which you went on broadcasting without realizing what was going on there. A fake story. So this is the story that Hindus have been prevented from doing what is their natural
No,
right.
I will
and then
highlight,
you have to go
Mr.
to
Sharda,
court
that as far
and
as
you have to all
Dharmasthala
that
goes,
defamations.
even when what's emerged from the SIT details that came out yesterday, we've covered that too. So every side, as far as Dharmasthala goes, was put out. But Dharnidharan, your opening remarks, before I bring in Guru Prakash Paswan, your opening remarks on what the RSS chief has said, that Hindus in the state will decide what goes down in Thiruparankundram and what happens next.
Exactly the point. The point is that neither the RSS, neither the BJP, neither Ratan Sarda represent the Hindus. This Deepam being lit in Uchipillaiyar temple has been happening for more than 200 years, even before any political party in India emerged. In fact, there are archaeological evidence that it was happening even before 2000 years. And this temple is a cave temple. So the Uchipillaiyar Deepam is also an elevated height, and that is why this practice was followed. This problem was
No,
created
hundreds
by
of
a
years
political
ago, it
party.
was at the Deepathoon, Dharnidharan.
It was at Deepathoon, but before that, it was happening in Uchipillaiyar temple. There are some archaeological evidence saying it. Right? There could be some contradictory evidence to it. But there is also an evidence that 1,000 years back it was happening there, and there's a reason. But here, are the Hindus of Tamil Nadu, the people who go into the temple, having a problem with it? Or the Muslims are having a problem with it? No. It is the certain political elements want to create religious disharmony.
No, but did they have a problem with Deepathoon also? They didn't have a problem. They didn't have a problem with the Deepathoon being lit either.
See, 2096 verdict, 2014 verdict, 2017 verdict clearly said the temple administration will decide. The point is that the Deepam has been lit, but at Uchipillaiyar temple, like it has been 200 years. Even the ADMK is an alliance with BJP. What are two senior leaders of the ADMK party saying? One is Jayakumar, and second is Minister Sellu Raju from Madras. They both said the customary practice that has been followed for the last 200 years should be continued. They are on record saying it. So if BJP was so much interested in this matter, then they can cut off the ties with ADMK
Guru
or tell
Prakash
the
Paswan.
ADMK to implement these two people. That's the first point. So this you have to understand. Now this
Sure.
issue has been given light by BJP because there is election.
Okay, is this
And
a
one more
manufactured
point you can also
controversy?
add
Guru
together.
Prakash Paswan, I'll come
Tamil
back to you,
Nadu's
Dharnidharan.
population.
Let's bring in the BJP on this as well. Guru Prakash Paswan, is this a manufactured controversy?
No, Akshita, this is clearly beyond my comprehension. If we do an SIR, this is with respect to elections in Bihar. If we do an SIR, this is with respect to elections in Bengal. If there is a controversy which has been engineered and initiated by the DMK government, we have to understand that there is a judicial process. Look at the history of the judiciary. Not once in the entire history a judge has been impeached. So obviously the DMK is not foolish enough to realize that the impeachment will actually happen. There is a deeper malice here, Akshita, that we need to understand. There is a political messaging to a community. There is a politics of minority appeasement which is on the surface of Tamil Nadu politics as of now. Today, as we bow our heads to Mahakavi Subramaniam Bharati, today the controversy that has been engineered by DMK and all the political parties, this is clearly beyond my comprehension. There is a place, there is a tradition, and there is a culture. What the RSS chief has suggested is nothing but cultural and civilizational. What we have to understand that in the quest of minority appeasement, and this is not the first time, let me correct my friend from the DMK or the entire India Alliance leadership. This is a classic case, this is a classic example of minority appeasement. So you have gone to this sake. 26 November, only 15 days ago, we celebrated Constitution Day. Only a week ago, we celebrated 6th of December, which is the death anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar. Today is the Jayanti of Mahakavi Subramaniam Bharati. So on this day, on such an auspicious occasion when the elections are happening, when the elections are due, DMK is consciously engineering this political program of political appeasement, minority appeasement in particular. We have had prime ministers in this country who have said, and I quote publicly, that the first right over the resources of the country belongs to minorities, and is particularly Muslim minorities. So this is nothing but a classic case of minority appeasement. But we have to understand, Tamil Nadu is a place of civilization. Tamil Nadu is the cultural fulcrum of our entire civilization. But the politics of DMK has ended up exposing the selective anti-Hindu approach of DMK. The history of DMK is, if you go through the history, you see so many examples. So many, you remember just 10 seconds, I'll finish I did not interfere when anyone else was speaking. You would remember, Akshita, only last year a conference was held, eradication of Sanatan Dharma. Eradication of Sanatan Dharma. So people who aspire to eradicate Sanatan Dharma, these are just the next steps. These are just the follow-up steps that you would also not hesitate to bring impeachment proceeding, knowing very well DMK has a very good team of legal experts. Akshita, let me make this very clear. My friend is there. There is a battery of lawyers. They very well understand that the impeachment is not going to take place. Then what is the purpose?
It's about messaging very clearly. But let me get the DMK in to respond to what you said of minority appeasement politics at play here. Dharanidharan, your response.
I want to answer two things. First of all, the first impeachment of a judge in independent India was launched by the BJP party in 91, and of course, BJP has been involved in at least four to five such attempts. And in a democracy, we need to have checks and balances in place. The judiciary should keep a check on the executive and the legislature. The legislature should keep a check on the judiciary, which is nothing wrong. So when it comes to minority appeasement, there is no minority appeasement in Tamil Nadu simply because people in Tamil Nadu are not discriminated based on religion. You grew up in Tamil Nadu, you are from Tamil Nadu, you know it. So that which is why BJP is failing miserably in Tamil Nadu, single-digit vote share if they don't have an alliance partner, simply because such religious discrimination has no place in Tamil Nadu. The whole point is, even the Hindus I meet and talk, people are saying, this has been going on for 200 years. Now, why is it controversy created by the BJP? This is what they are talking about, right?
Okay.
And even in 1967, DMK came to power for the first time, right? But 90% of Tamil Nadu then and today is Hindus. They voted for us en masse. DMK got 2019 50% vote share, which means at least 45% of those who voted for us are Hindus. So because DMK is not against any religion, we are only against discrimination for any religion or bringing spirituality into politics.
Okay, Dharanidharan raises a point here, and before I bring in Mr. Ratan Sharda, Guru Prakash Paswan, I'm going to give you a chance to respond to that. That look, electorally, if any community was being targeted, it would reflect in their performance. The DMK is saying, look at our performance, look at our track record.
Akshita, if vote share gives you legitimacy to do anything, then the Bharatiya Janata Party can do anything. What a preposterous argument is this? And I'm sorry, I don't agree with this position that if you are getting a substantial vote share, you gain a legitimacy to do any unconstitutional thing. And as far as the footprints of Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, let me remind my friend from the DMK, for the first time in the history of our country, we have a Tamil finance minister, we have a Tamil foreign minister, we have had Jana Krishnamurti who has led the Bharatiya Janata Party in the past. So we don't need any certificate with respect to having footprints of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Tamil Nadu. Point number one. Point number two, he was talking about secularism. What is true secularism? What is true secularism according to you? Treating, will you do the same thing if there is a Christian celebration in schools? You will not. Will you do the same thing if there is a Eid Milad procession? You will not. You have to agree that your definition of secularism ends with Hindus. All the traditional and civilization and cultural practices of Hindus would be looked by the lens of secularism, but all the Christian procession, all the Eid Milad procession, you will not look. So this clear cut sufficiently establishes the case of minority appeasement which we have been suggesting. Historically, politically, culturally and civilizationally, Tamil Nadu has been the epicenter and the fulcrum of our civilization. What the DMK is right now doing is nothing but indulging in the politics of minority appeasement. And they will go to this extent as well, to initiate an impeachment process just for the sake of vote bank. This is a classic and a clear-cut case of vote bank politics.
You raised the issue of minority appeasement, and Dharanidharan, I see your hand up, but just give me a moment. I'll bring in Mr. Ratan Sharda and then bring you in. Mr. Ratan Sharda, you know, we've heard this reference to minority appeasement in the DMK. There's been talk of discrimination, which you said, sir, between religions, say, in the state of Tamil Nadu. There's often a question that's brought up with reference to Tamil Nadu that, look, is religious discrimination really an issue, or is the bigger issue caste discrimination? Because you also see it electorally. The question that's constantly asked to me as someone from Tamil Nadu is, if the Dravidian parties are anti-Hindu, why do Hindus still vote for them? And the answer always comes from Tamil Nadu is that there is no religious discrimination, that's why.
Well, Hindus did vote for Congress and these people all over India for nearly 60 years before they woke up. It's just the time before Hindus wake up. As I said, many times I refuted all these false claims, and please keep the pen down. It's very bad habit. So, first of all, let me refute his criticism. He says the BJP in 1991 impeached a judge. Judge was Mr. V. Ramasamy. His conduct was found poor in Punjab in the High Court. He was found guilty. And we have Justice Verma promoted by the same collegium where no opposition speaks, but they can impeach the judge for giving Deepam judgment, now putting 12, 13 more charges against him. But basically, the day he gave the judgment, immediately impeachment comes. Will they dare impeach? Please keep the pen down. It is distracting. Please ask him to keep the pen down. Behave yourself. And when you look at what the judge's behavior is, emergency is straight away. Emergency is the mindset. Justice Lalit was never given promotion. Justice Jagmohan was removed from the entire list of promotions, where Supreme Court judges superseded. And today they're impeaching the judge because they have pain that he has given a judgment which favors Hindus. So this, I am not saying impeachment, minority, pro-minority, anti-Hindu definitely. But that is the pain, and today or tomorrow Hindus will realize. It is the problem with BJP. They could not transfer the thinking or, imbibe the thinking why DMK is anti. Their entire Aryan Dravidian theory is fake. These people sided with British. These people created anti-Brahmin thinking, saying that they're Aryans. They said Dravid, Aryan, different races, that he has been disproved. But still they carry on the same agenda. And those small 6% Brahmins or 2% Brahmins have made scapegoats. They are leaving state and they are claiming that they're doing social justice on fake theories. I'm sorry, this will not run for a long time. India has awoken, Tamil Nadu will also awaken. It's just question of time. And Hindus have a very long memory. Please try to understand this continuous Kanchi Kamagoti Pitam. Same government here, Tamil Nadu, whether Jaya, I don't matter, Jaya, whichever it is that mindset that doesn't get trivialized. That is the problem, and that is why we are here arguing this case. And judges, you when impeach judges for giving judgment doesn't suit you, don't talk of constitution after that. Don't talk of independent judiciary, because you are the one who wants slave judges.
Okay, you've made an interesting point. Dhanidhar, in your response.
The point is that there's actual low tolerance because my pencil pops up because I have to make notes. This low tolerance is the problem with people on the right side of the ideology. Who is he to determine what is a bad habit or not? It pops up because
Keep
I'm
on
making a note.
shaking.
We couldn't even
Keep on
tolerate
shaking.
that.
Else
And
I'm
this
doing
low
this
tolerance,
continuously.
based on their perception, is actually the problem why we are against the RSS and the BJP. I know this low tolerance. That's why Tamil Nadu is against. To the BJP spokesperson, I should tell him, please come to Tamil Nadu and see how we all live in harmony. People in Tamil Nadu, when we grew up, or most people here, do not discriminate who's a Muslim, who's a Christian. They're all inhabitants of Tamil Nadu. They're Tamil. That is what is important. To discriminate and say, oh, this was. In fact, Muslims celebrate Hindu festivals and Hindus celebrate Muslims and Christian festivals in Tamil Nadu. That's how we grew up. I think that's how Akshita also grew up. No one can deny that. And first, please understand, if you don't believe it, come stay in Chennai, you will be able to see it. So please do not discriminate based on religion. Here it is not about Hinduism, it's about customary practice. It is about customary practice of 200 years where the Deepam was lit, and to continue that. It is about cultural practice of that temple.
No, but the question that constantly comes up, Dhanidharan, is if it was about that practice, if it was about the practice and a court verdict came saying light the Deepathoon, why wasn't it done? I mean, if there's no communal disharmony, if there are no differences, why wasn't it just lit?
But who will decide whether Deepam must be lit? I think 200 years cultural practice, even before Justice Party came into effect, it has been lit in Uchipillaiyar temple. Now, this
100 years ago. So 100 years ago, it was lit at the Deepathoon. So you can say revival of that.
Even in 1900, this was lit there. Now, my question is, who will decide that? Temple administration, people go worship there. An individual who has nothing to do with any of that has filed the case. But this is a cultural practice here. How is following a cultural practice? Do you think this unified cultural practice across temples in India? No. Each temple is different. In some temples, we also sacrifice goat. Right. So Hinduism is not a monotheistic religion.
No, so are you suggesting that it's not tradition to light it at the Deepathoon? Is that the suggestion of the DMK here? Are you saying that it was against tradition, the court?
Mr. Ratan Sharda to decide which temple should follow what customs?
Okay, Guru Prakash, your response.
What they to say, or for Mohan Bhagwat to say, or for any BJP politician to say, it is the worshippers of the temple and the temple.
Okay. Guru Prakash, go ahead.
Akshita, is it my turn?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. No, Akshita, you raised a very valid question, and in fact, about religious discrimination and caste-based discrimination. I would like to quote a statement of DMK LE, VCK's S. Ravi Kumar, So Mr. Ravi Kumar is a member of parliament and a DMK ally. So he has highlighted about the 2023 SC Commission report, which mentions categorically about the highest number of atrocities against Dalits in Tamil Nadu when compared to other southern state. So this entire narrative of social justice, what my friend was just saying, that the Justice Brigade, see, we understand the compulsions of the DMK here. There are certain things that you do for rhetoric. There are certain things you do for messaging. And then there is fact. Then there is reality. And then there is rhetoric. So as far as social justice is also concerned, I challenge my friend. I challenged on the live television, you give me 5 leaders from Dalit community who the DMK have empowered over the years. The answer is none. Absolutely
no,
zero.
I'm going to
DMK,
interrupt just
like
because
the
you've
Rashtriya
asked that
Janata
direct
Dal
question.
Bihar,
Let's get a
like the
direct answer from
Samajwadi Party,
Dhanitaran
there
on
is a
that.
family-based entity.
No, I won't answer. I
No,
won't answer this.
direct
I
answer.
won't
Let's
answer
get
this.
direct answer.
I
5
won't
names.
answer this. I won't answer this. I answer this.
Because you
One
don't
in
have
4
answers,
Dalit
no?
entrepreneurs in India, 25%.
My friend, you
They
don't
live
have
in Tamil
answers. Give
Nadu.
me 5
1
Dalit
in 4
leaders
Dalit
of
entrepreneurs in India
consequence
live
in
in
DMK.
Tamil Nadu.
No, 5 names. Dhanitaran, 5 names.
I will answer this. 1 in 4 Dalit entrepreneurs in India live in Tamil Nadu. Per capita GDP of Dalits in Tamil Nadu is 10 times higher than Dalits in Bihar. The number of crimes against Dalits in Tamil Nadu is 10 times lower than this home state
Your
of Bihar.
MP
Dude, I
says
don't want
that.
to. Dude,
Your
you,
ally
why
Ravi
are
Kumar
Dalits,
has said, I'm
why
not
are
saying.
Dalits rights in Bihar very, very bad? Bihar, Luthra Pradesh, Dalit rights. Your own minister's son has gone and attacked Dalit farmers.
Okay, I'm going to...
Dalits are not allowed to
Akshita, he
enter
did not answer
temples
my
in Uttar
question.
Pradesh and Bihar.
Okay,
Dalits are not allowed to enter.
Akshita.
1 in 4 Dalit entrepreneurs.
No, quickly,
Kahan
I don't want to move on to other subjects. I have to wrap this up. So
Akshita.
quickly, closing comments from each
I'm
of you.
worried about the
I'll
pathetic
come to you.
situation of Dalits
Dhanitaran,
in
I'll come to
Bihar.
you last since I'll...
Their per capita GDP is 10 times lower.
Okay, we'll talk
Than-
about what's
than in
happening right
Tamil
now in
Nadu.
Thiruparankkundram. I'll begin with Mr.
Arey,
Ratan
what he's been
Sharda. Your
doing there
closing
for 20
comments,
years.
sir.
Why?
Dhanitaran, hold on, please. Closing comments from Ratan Sharda first.
Mr. Narendra doesn't know that in 2024 there was a conflict between the Dalit Christians and high caste Christians in Kumbakonam regarding a procession where Dalit Christians were not allowed entry. That is the casteism in Tamil Nadu. So it is a deep-rooted casteism, which even Guru Prakash pointed out. Secondly, it is not that you have done something. Tamil Nadu had highest percentage of OBC and SC/ST even during Gurukula days in 18th century, as recorded by British. 70% of the people in the Gurukulams were SC, ST, OBCs of today. That is the wealth on which you are sitting. You did nothing great. You tried to bring everybody down to your level where everybody hated each other. This is the culture of Tamil Nadu which you could not destroy. I am sorry to tell you.
Okay, Guru Prakash, your closing comments before I bring in Dhanitaran. Dhanitaran,
I'll
I'll give you the last word. I'll give you the last word so you get a chance to respond to
Why is
both.
he
Guru
getting
Prakash.
desperate? Akshita,
Yes,
let
it
us
was
have a
on religious
calm
harmony.
debate.
Hold on,
We are
Dhanitaran, come on, hold on.
debating
I'll give
on
you a
the
chance.
basis. Arey yaar, I
My
asked a
question
simple
was on
question to my
religious
friend
harmony.
to name
Now you're bringing
5
caste into
Dalit
it.
leaders.
Why?
अरे आप सुनो तो यार अब यार
No, go
अगर ये
ahead, go
लड़ना है
ahead.
तो मैं नहीं करूँगा.
Guru Prakash, go ahead, go ahead. We've ensured, yeah.
If you're able,
Your 2 minutes.
No, we have to understand. I asked a simple question. Akshita, I asked a simple question to my friend from the DMK. Give me 5 names, Dalit leaders from the DMK who have been leaders of consequence, the leadership that you have cultivated. He gave 0 names. He gave absolutely 0 names because like DMK, the point which I was trying to finish in my last segment, DMK is like Samajwadi Party. DMK is like the Rashtriya Janata Dal. It is a family-based dynasty entitled privilege enterprise that we have to understand. On what basis do you claim DMK as a social justice revolutionary organization? I don't understand. I asked for 5 names, I give you a discount. You give me 2 names. And the fact of the matter is that travesty is that the DMK leader, the DMK spokesperson is not
I'm
in
running
a
out of
position
time.
to give 2 names as well.
Okay, I'm running out of time.
You are not
Dhanitaran,
in a
closing
position to give
comments,
2
please.
names as
Closing
well.
comments.
You first give 2 names.
I am
First of
giving
all,
you
look at the state.
Bangaru,
No,
Luthra,
I don't want to get, please,
Bangaru,
gentlemen,
Roman,
please avoid an argument.
Devan,
Please avoid,
You could not counter
You
please
have
avoid
names
an
at all.
argument.
Understand this.
Now you're diverting
Accept
the
it.
matter.
Please avoid an argument. Dhanitaran, your closing comments.
See,
Please don't
this
resort to
is
an
so-
argument. I won't be able to give you time for your closing comments then. Please, go ahead.
2 names.
Dhanitaran, your closing comments.
Who is here? Why should I answer? What has BJP done for Dalits? Tell him 2 things. What BJP has done for Dalits? What has BJP done for Dalits? The most anti-Dalit party in the country is BJP.
Just hold on. I'm wrapping this up now. No, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap this up now. I don't have time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. My apologies, Daridhan. I tried to get your closing comments, but we've run out of time. And we saw, of course, it's also gone in. And this is one of the heated issues of Tamil Nadu, of not just religion, but also of alleged caste discrimination, which is what you saw in that particular panel as well. The DMK is pushing for a Bharat Ratna for former Chief Minister Karunanidhi. They've made an official pitch for the same in Parliament with the MP Thamirachi Thangapandian seeking a Bharat Ratna for Karunanidhi. The request has been put forth. Not the first time the DMK has made this request, saying honour Karunanidhi and his political legacy. Now you've had a DMK MP pushing for the same in Parliament as well. We'll see what really comes of it, but this is the news break that's coming in as the DMK now, ahead of elections mind you, is pushing for the honour for Karunanidhi.